So this is the recap for live stream 318, I believe. And today we had another difficult, I would say it's a difficult day. We managed to end up positive in terms of P&L, but it was very difficult. Most of the gains was made on the very last trade of the day. So we'll have a look. We didn't take any trades on the equities. They came into the market with a pretty narrow range of about 163 points on NQ and about 30 points on ES. We had success over on gold. Gold certainly played its part today. Gold was a much easier trader than NQ and ES. So over on gold, let's see. So we came to the market just after 11:30. We took a long here, hit target right there. What did I do here? Oh, I understand what I did. So I took half the profits there and the other half was taken right there. Then took a long trade through here using a different strategy that hit target. And that was pretty much it. Those were the trades on gold. There were other opportunities, of course, later on in the day, but due to the low volume, I decided not to trade gold. Over on ES, I believe I had a losing day on ES. It felt like everything I tried, I lost on. So I came to the market after 11:30 EST, went long, price came down, went up, came out for a loss, went long again, took a loss through there, went long through here. That's interesting. So I went long through here, took half the profit, and some unscheduled news happened through here. We could see it with the volatility in the market. Market went up, so I was actually stopped out on NQ, but we'll talk about that. So came down, took profits, market came back up, actually triggered me into a short, and I was able to take profits there. Now, price came down here and set up a short. So when short, I placed a stop 50% of the position halfway up to where the stop was designed to be. So price came up, took off half the position. I then saw this wick developing, so I decided to go short to get back into the full position and use the original stop as the area to get out. And unfortunately, we can see here price turned around, was stopped out as prices didn't even go and break the lows. Bullishness, market trading at all-time highs, so certainly should be a bit more judicious with shorts. Had a setup long here, ran out of margin because I did so much damage with the account. Could not take this long because I ran out of the ability to buy any contracts really. So we'll go over to NQ, which is responsible for most of today's P&L. Over NQ, same scenario, came to the market after 11:30 EST, so it's just around about there. Went long, took profits. I believe I took 50% of the profits there. Re-added from where the original entry was. Took profits again. Price didn't get to the 71.50 I was looking for. Price came back down. Added again. Got taken out. Went long. Sorry, I closed early. Thought price turned around, so decided to FOMO in long. Thought price would go back up. Turned around. As you can see, was eventually stopped out there. I actually closed the position out of frustration, which was a good thing because eventually I would have been stopped out. Then went short as we came back through the VWAP here, just a bit early. Use the original target, use the original stop when the candle did set up. So this is a true setup here, short. Put a stop right there. No, stop was right here. We can see when the news came out, some unscheduled news. You can see it with the volume, horizontal volume here to the downside. Price came up, hit my stop to my frustration. That didn't happen over on ES. Hit my stop, then of course went all the way down and would have hit my target. So I was very frustrated through here. Set up short again. Price broke the lows. Thought we could see price come down to the target. It was looking at 74.50. Price came all the way down to 81. I decided to be dogmatic and hold the position. Thought that we could trade into this gap because we did gap up in the market from Friday's close. We did gap up But prices turned around 50% of the way to the stop, took some of it off, saw that wick developing, same scenario as what happened over on ES. Readded to the position, eventually was stopped out. Took this long, and because I was in this long, I couldn't take the long over on ES. Now, the actual designed take profit is up at 80.81. Decided to go for a much larger take profit in order to get back not only positive on the day, but to be up on the day in terms of P&L. So I extended the target. So once we got to the original take profit, moved my stop to break even, see if I could get the continuation to the upside into the close. That's exactly what happened. So the target, I think I got out at 28.25, somewhere around there. We can actually go and check that. So if we go over to settings, trading, execution labels, 28.75, that's where I got out. So got out at 28.75 near the market close. Of course, market went as high as 34.75, so pretty good exit there in hindsight. Prices hit the target, and that pretty much covered and brought me back positive on the day from very big loss on the day that was starting to accumulate. Now let's see, we'll bring over the trade performance. So let's bring over the trade performance here. Suppose we could look at the overall accounts. Let's have a look. So on the trade performance here, let's have a look. We can see you took a total of 17 trades. Makes a change from what I did on Friday, where I took 54 trades, but that also included equities. Didn't take any trades over on the stocks. They weren't setting up, and it was a rather difficult day anyway. So we can see across the top, we made 57, 7 to 4, 8 winning trades, 9 losing trades, accuracy 47%. Taking profits 50% of weighted target, of course, affected the win percentage, increasing it somewhat. Average win 36.234, average loss 24.930. So the average wins being bigger than the average losses. An okay win percentage, of course, certainly would prefer it to be higher. Over on NQ accuracy, we're looking at win percentage. We're looking at 38%, 3 winners, 5 losers. Positive in terms of P&L, picked up 48 there. Average win being 63.916, of course affected by the very large win at the end of day. You can see the average loss being 28.750. Over on ES, I believe I should be negative on ES. Yep, negative on ES, minus 27,500 there. 2 wins, 4 losses, 33% win percentage. Average win being 26,562, average loss being 20. So the average win is bigger than the average loss. Certainly that's positive, but the accuracy is certainly a concern there. Could work on that. And of course, we traded gold. So we only took 3 trades. We had 3 winners, 0 losers on gold. Total P&L 45. Average win being 15, of course. 3 trades, 45. So there we are, 100% accuracy. So ES was a bit of a laggard today. But this certainly was challenging. And it isn't going to be every day we're going to get perfect conditions for a end of day rally that's going to take our account positive. Finally, we could just have a look at the account. So the big trade I mentioned was this trade at the end, taken on NQ. Of course, before that, we had the big losses over on NQ and ES as the market turned around and decided to go long in alignment with the overall daily trend. We see a much bigger loss here on NQ as well. Okay, wins. I'm not going to go through every trade, but this is just some of the trades I've taken today across NQ, ES, and gold. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.